I, Dim Uchechukwu Okuku, I will contest for the office of the President General on January 10 next year. I will present myself. It is left for the electors to decide whether I should occupy that office or not. But as I've said, I am prepared to run for the office, and by the grace of God, I will run for the office. The late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, look at his impact from the Gold Coast, now Ghana, with West African pilots, to Lagos, to the east. The most important thing he did was to acquire knowledge. The most important thing he did was to acquire knowledge. Political science, history, journalism. Political science, history, journalism. He was well educated. If he was not well educated, he wouldn't have been known. Look at Odimegwu Ojukwu, MA Modern History from one of the big prestigious Oxford universities in the world, Oxford. So ndị Igbo ga-agụ akwụkwọ, ndị Igbo na-amụ ọrụ ga-amụta ọrụ. We must showcase ourselves. We must have superior knowledge. We must be bold and objective. We must be fair and kind to others. We must be diplomatic and strategic in our actions and in our thinking and in our action. We must do justice to all who deserve justice. Somebody cannot have a machete in his hand and come to kill you, and you are doing justice to him. You must equally find a machete and be prepared for war.
Okay, Barrister. Let's talk about the Ohaneze leadership. And information has it that Rivers State, the Rivers State Igbo-speaking people, are next in line to produce the next President General of the Apex Sociocultural Group, Ohaneze Igbo. You have served as the Secretary General. And it is understandable that you have a wide range of knowledge on this matter. What are you by any chance preparing to vie for this position?
First and foremost, Ohaneze has institutions and organs. The tenure of Imo State, the tenure of the incumbent president will end January 10, 2025. That's on following the Constitution. It is the turn of Rivers State to produce the next President General on January 10, 2025. So we're talking about 9 months from now. God willing, because you must first say God willing. You need health, you need life before you plan and do anything. I, Dim Uchechukwu Okuku, I will contest for the office of the President General on January 10 next year. I will present myself. It is left for the electors to decide whether I should occupy that office or not. But as I've said, I am prepared to run for the office, and by the grace of God, I will run for the office.
Thank you. Okay. If elected, what will be your contribution? What will be, your strategies towards the reunification of the Igbo or the Igbo territories that are outside the Southeast, the Ikwere, the Rivers territory, the Rivers IGBOS, as a case study?
When you use this word Southeast, it's part of the problems too we have. Challenges imposed on us limitations. I'm an Igbo. I'm from Elele in Ikure local government area of Rivers State. So to me, I don't know what you mean by Southeast and South-South. When it comes to Igbo, I'm an Igbo. And I've said from here to Obiaroko in Delta, the Banke of Edo, the Izi of Benue, the Ndokes up to in Akwa Ibom are all Igbos. So I don't know when you mean South-South, what you mean by South-South and South-East. Because anybody can wake up and even come to divide this country into more of South-South-South, East-East-East, West-West-West. It depends on what you want to achieve. That's their business. You know? Two, the Igbos don't have a problem. I've told you that some persons from time to time wake up to say things that will irritate in the Igbo. When our brother in 2020, Nyeso Wike, the then governor of Rivers State, said Ikweres came from Benin, I called him to order, and since then he hasn't made that kind of statement. That's why I say we must be bold. No, but there's no problem in Igbo land. The entire Igbo land is united. Just that some persons are allowed to irritate in the Igbo because they don't see a counter, they don't see the capacity, a response that is fierce. Who can wake up today in Yoruba land and say Ijebu is not Yoruba land? Who can wake up and say Akokedo is not Yoruba land? So, ote mmadụ mere ebe ọ na-ehi ka ọ ga-adịrị ya. Ote ido nwere ụlọ gị ka ọ ga-adịrị gị na-azaghị aza. Ngwa, eza ya, ngwa. My first task is, if I'm elected, is to talk to Ndi Igbo. Reassert the Igbo-ness in Igbo. What I found out that there's just fear if you say you're an Igbo. Agemeshigike, and that's all. If you say you're an Igbo, Agemeshigike, that's all. And then I ask a question. How come that publicity is given to Dibia when he said Ikure is not Igbo? And publicity is not given to Chubika Amechi, former governor of Rivers State. He is the only Rivers man that had held the executive arm of government and the legislature. He was speaker for 8 years, governor for 8 years. And the first Nigerian minister of transportation, before Amechi was appointed minister of transportation, no Nigerian since the inception of the country had been minister of transportation. He's the first Nigerian to be, he was chairman of the Speakers Forum, later chairman of the Governors Forum. He was Director General, Presidential Campaign Organization 2 times. He said, I'm Igbo, and nobody had talks about it. Why haven't we been bold enough to showcase that and explain it to the world? He's from Ubima in Ikure local government area. He has more profile, more CV than Dibia. He said, I'm Igbo. We're not drumming it. Chief Emmanuel Aguma, by 1959, the entire Ikure ethnic group had 6 university graduates. 6. John Ohochukwu, Dr. Biwale, our father, who is, thank God for us, is still alive, Otonte Ndoka, Chief Emmanuel Aguma, Obidike Wonode, Richard Wonyike, who later changed his name in 1973 to Richard Nwoka. 6 of them were the only 6 university graduates in Ikure land in 1959. Aguma said, I'm Igbo. Remained a member of the Elders Council of Ohaneze till he died. First provost, Rivers State College of Education, now Ajoro, in Ignatius Ajoro University. first Ikure minister, first Ikure principal of any college, St. John's College, Dube. And yet we are not celebrating that. Okoble Wonode, former registrar of the University of Port Harcourt, famous poet, Sam Igbo. Nobody is celebrating that. So I don't that. You see, we must be determined. I get the refraf called Dibia, refraf means nobody. And a refraf, or a complete refraf, who descendant of Onye Dibia. Onye Igbo na-agụ agọsi awụghị onye Igbo onye aga report ya ikwere awụghị Igbo ihuru ọha. Tell him to let him change the organizations they have here to ihuru ọha organization instead of Ikwere. That's the person they will be reporting, and nobody goes to talk to Amici, who holds the powerful chieftaincy title of Dike Dioha Mma of Uturu, and holds the title of Ochere one of Ikwere land. Nobody want to come and talk to me. I thought you are asking me about a refraf. One refraf who does not even know his name, or Dibia. Who is he? Esheba go lonne na nna ya.
All right, my barrister. I thank you again. I thank you for your time, for accepting us here. This is the Unify Igbos Now movement, and I still remain your own faithfully Chukwemeka. I am the convener of the Unify Igbos Now, by the special grace of God, the worldwide coordinator. We are dedicated towards the unification of the Igbo people, traditionally known as Ndena Subia, people who speaks the Bia language. And we are here in the prestigious abode of an erudite scholar in the person of Barrister Uche Okuku, a native of Elele in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State. Our goal is to use culture, empowerment, and charity through Ndibu Cultural and Social Enlightenment for Unity Foundation to reunite the Igbo people, show succor to the Igbo communities who needs encouragement. And this we have been doing, and we shall continue doing. We shall work with every person, every Igbo group who are determined in finding a lasting solution in the Igbo identity conflicts. I thank you again, and I'm calling on you all to join us as we continue in this path towards the greatness of our Igbo. Thank you, and God bless you.